Hey guys, what's going on? I'm about, a little over a week late filming this, but I finally got the time. As you all know, what is it, May 2nd was Free Comic Book Day. Me and a friend of mine went up to the capital region of New York and hit up some shots up there. We're from kind of in between the capital region and the southern tier, so it's about an hour up to the Albany area and an hour down to Binghamton, based on where you want to go. Usually I go down to Binghamton for my books. My favorite stores down there, Sound Around. And I don't go there very often. I don't travel as much for books anymore. A lot of internet, unfortunately. Just how timing works. But anyway, I did get up to the capital region. We went to 3 stores up there, 2 in Troy, New York, and 1 in Greenbush. So yeah, we'll just get into it. I'll roll right into the day. So we got up around, I got up around 6, got some stuff done, and we left. We're on the road by about 8:30 to head up to the store. The first store we hit up was a place called Cromulent Comics in Troy. Very cute shop. It's small. Make sure you check out their link if you're in the area. Go check it out. Not a ton of back issues because it's so tiny, but they do cram as much as they can in there. They have some filing cabinets and some back issue bins you can dig. I didn't find anything super crazy. Prices are pretty retail. I would say most filler books were anywhere from $2 to $4. And there was some nicer stuff in there as well. They had some wall books, nothing I was looking for on the day, within my budget, I should say. Stuff that I would want, but not stuff in my budget. Super cute. There was a 15 people limit, so I had to wait a minute to get in there. We were in line for maybe a half an hour max. It wasn't too bad. They did a pretty good job at flowing people in and out. Again, it was really small, so even 15 people in there, it felt really cramped. But anyway, I went in, I wanted to find some books, see what they had in back issue bins. And I ended up coming away with 3 books. I spent $16 plus tax. So it was like 17, can't do the math in my head, and some change. So I picked up a couple of Titans books for my run. These were just kind of annoying holes I had. Issue 49, my Tales of the Teen Titans run. Holy cow, this glare is great. Anyway, we'll check it out. Let's see. Oh, I guess if I turn it a little bit to the side, it kind of prevents some of the glare coming from the windows. That's better. Now, if I move it this way, much better. All right, so this is Tales of the Teen Titans number 49. Pretty nice copy as well. And then a nice copy of issue 50. This is the wedding of Donna Troy and Terry Long, I think is his name. God, I know it's Terry, but last name is Long. Yeah, Long. Terry Long. I'm reading this kind of, some nights before bed I'll read some books if I'm not quite tired yet. And I've been reading the new Teen Titans trade as kind of like trades as my bedtime reading. So yeah, I just finished up the Judas contract, so we're getting close to here. They're engaged, so I'm excited to keep reading this. The George Perez artwork in this series is absolutely phenomenal. They did a great job, Wolfman and Perez, obviously. It's critically acclaimed, so if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. And then the big purchase was a Daredevil issue 68. It's a pretty nice, fine condition copy. Oh my goodness, as I hit the tripod. Rookie alert. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of staining up here and down the side. But yeah, it was really nice. The colors really pop on it, so I was really happy to get it. It was $10, so it was 10, 3, and 3 plus tax. And when I got up to the register, the guy's like, "Whoa, where's your free books? Like, make sure you grab some of the free stuff." And I'm like, "No, I'd rather save those for the kids, and I'm just here really to support the shop." And the guy was like absolutely ecstatic that I would say something like that. He was like, "Not a lot of people say that." So make sure you get out there, you support your shops. The free books don't really mean anything to me. They're really ever worth anything. They're basically just advertisements for stuff to get people to come into the store. So I'd rather have those, you know, for the kids, get the kids hooked on these things, keep them going for forever and ever. And besides, I get my free comic book day books from DCBS anyway, so I didn't want to load up on any more. So that's a great spot. Like I said, if you're in the area, it's worth going to. I wouldn't go out of your way to visit the shop necessarily. I wouldn't make an hour-long trip, you know, just to go to this one store. If you're going to hit a couple shops, make sure it's on your list. It's super cute. They had a nice graphic novel selection and quite a bit of new books. So if you're missing a new book, it's probably a great place to stop. Absolutely fantastic staff. They had some cosplayers outside. The guy working the door was doing a great job making sure people, you know, kind of knew what's going on and why things were happening. And then the owner was the one that was doing the counter, and he was the guy that was super ecstatic. So make sure you guys check them out. Their website or Facebook or something will be in the description below. The next place I went was Greenbush Out of Print Comics in Greenbush, New York. This place is back issue heaven as far as filling in runs. You're not going to find like super crazy keys here, but their books range from $1 to like $5 a piece, with most of them in the $1 to $3 range. I didn't pay more than $3.10 for a book here. There are some weird pricings. It's kind of weird, but I did really well. There wasn't really a sale. Cromulent didn't have a sale on back issues. They had sales on graphic novels. And a couple other things, but I was interested in the back issues. Greenbush didn't, but they did put out a whole bunch of extra books. They had some stuff for sale, on sale. Like they had some dollar indie bins, or it was 25-cent indie bins. I didn't really care about that. I was focused on finishing DC and Marvel runs. So I didn't really flip through those. I had some special dollar bins as well that I flipped through. So some of these books I got in the dollar bins. But that was pretty much it. Outside from that, there was no 25% off normally priced books or anything like that. But I still ended up spending $59.56 there, and I came away with like 41 books or something. So sit back, relax. This is going to be a minute. First up, this was, I believe, a dollar bin purchase. I found an issue of Fantastic Four I was missing, issue 305. I'm really kind of focused on getting 200 through, like, probably 200 till end for the most part. Right now, anytime I can get anything before that for a good price, I will pick it up. But the stuff that I'm actively trying to fill in is more of the John Byrne era on. Right now, to the end of volume 1, I have leads on a bunch of volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5 books, and so forth. So I'm not really actively searching for them in dollar bins or anything, but anytime I can find one of these that I don't have, and it's like an 8.5 newsstand copy as well, happy to have it. Nice cover. Cover artist is Rob Friends with Joe Sinnott doing the inks, which is just perfect for me. Absolutely love Joe Sinnott when he does the inks on Fantastic Four. Anyway, I did find some dollar bin ASMs in really nice shape. 334 newsstand. That looks like Larson. It's Eric Larson. I was gonna say it's not Bagley. Bagley's got thinner legs. That's a beefy leg. This is another Larson. I can tell right away. 349. This one is a lot more Eric Larson to me than the last one. Kind of threw me off. Let's move this back just a little bit more. You can see my Amazon packages in the background. And then 370. That's Bagley. That has to be Bagley. Thinner legs. Bagley. Cover art. Okay. 370. Just some, I don't know. Just some run filler for that Spidey Volume 1 run. Picked up a couple more Daredevils at this spot. I found a nice copy of 189 for my Miller run. Frank Miller cover. This is the Death of Stick, right? Yeah, Death of Stick. This is the issue where Stick dies. And then sticking on the Miller train, this is with Mazzucchelli, the Born Again story arc, issue 232, the first appearance of Nuke. That's a pretty nice copy as well. I got it in about an 8.0. So for, I believe it was $1.50 for this, and this was in the dollar bin. So I was really happy to find those. The issue with this is got a little bit of foxing, but nothing crazy. I am happy to have those for cheap. We found issue 300 that I didn't have. And then I was also able to upgrade to really nice copies. 323, these are both in the 9s. This is an 8.5. 324. So I was really happy to upgrade the Scott McDaniel covers from the Fall from Grace story arc. If you remember from my Daredevil video, these were actually some of the first books I ever had as far as Daredevil goes, and actually same with this. I had the whole Last Rites story arc and Fall from Grace because I found them complete in dollar bins at it was technically a card store. They had a bunch of comics at one point in there in dollar bins. So I picked up a lot of early books there for my collection. The next title that I seem to have pretty good luck with at this store is I found some of the Hulks in the 200 that I was missing. 211 here. This is a nice, Ed Hannigan and Ernie Chan cover. Some underrated artists there. I mean, they're pretty popular for the time, but not one that, say, somebody just getting into collecting is going to be noticing. Kind of like this guy, Al Milgrom. Very, very good artist. Underrated, in my opinion. This is Hulk 263. We found issue 290. This is actually a key. It's the first and only appearance of the female MODOK. So that's pretty cool. Or of this female MODOK. I don't know if there's more female MODOKs. I'm not familiar with my MODOK lore. That's all. And then we went up a little bit higher into the Peter David run. I found some issues in the 300s that I needed. 369 with the Gray Hulk stuff. Let's see. I think Dale Keown's doing the covers at this time. Yeah. Dale Keown with Bob McLeod doing the inks. We have Dale Keown here as well on 385. These are just really nice high-grade copy. 367. Not super high grade, but the Mylar really hides all of its defects. 390. Dale Keown cover here. I always, for whatever reason, I don't have a copy of this, but I recognize this cover all the time. It's really hard to forget a cover of Hulk with like a Gatling gun. Although it's like a pistol. But I guess it's kind of any gun might be like a pistol in Hulk's hand. But yeah, kind of reminds me there's a Batman cover too, or is a detective with Bane has a Gatling gun during the No Man's Land era. I think it might be a Batman book, 560 something, 571. Nope, I'm just pulling crap out of my ass now. Anyway, Hulk 394. This is Wildman. This is the first appearance of Trauma. I guess I can literally read it right there, introducing Trauma. Not overly familiar with that book. I did run out of Mylars, so you're going to notice that some of these books didn't make the cut as far as what got into Mylars before anything else. They had a ton of Teen Titans there as well, so I'm just going to keep hammering out these runs, and eventually I'll have them all, and you won't have to see all the filler anymore. But here's New Teen Titans 54. The new Titans 80, and they filled it in with teen up there. Yesterday is today. Join the teens of tomorrow. New Teen Titans 86. Nice Deathstroke versus Nightwing cover there. We have New Teen Titans 87. I'm going to sneeze. All right, sorry, I'm back. I paused that so I could sneeze and didn't do it for in front of your ears. Next up, we have New Teen Titans 88. This is actually a key issue. It's the first appearance of the new Nightwing costume as well as Starfire's new costume. Very brief era of this costume. By Nightwing #1, which I think was 95 or 96. They switched the black and with the blue Nightwing logo as we know it. Next up, we have New Teen Titans #119. Just a bunch of filler here. 121. And then we jump into the Jeff Johns era of Teen Titans. Here's issue 2. We have issue 3. These are all books I've had before that I sold when I purged a bunch of stuff to try to save space back when I lived in nothing but apartments. I didn't have a storage unit then, so I just decided to purge. And now I regret it because I had a lot of these books already before, and now I got to refind them. I guess it's the thrill of the hunt. Issue 4 here. This is the first appearance of Bart Allen as Kid Flash, previously known as Impulse. Issue 7. I feel like there might have been something important about that, but I didn't get it into a Mylar, so it wasn't that important. I'm going to pick up this book anytime I find it for $2 or less, and I believe I got it for $1.50. This is a 8.5, 8 to 8.5 on my scale. Woohoo, hi. It's so shiny. We have New Teen Titans issue 37. This is the first cameo appearance of Miss Martian. Again, always happy to add more copies of that to the collection. I have at least one already. I may have 2. And then I also found 39, which is her first full appearance. So really happy to add this one to the collection because I didn't have it before. What did I grade it as? 9.0. So not bad. Perfect for a raw filler copy. If I really care about having an investment, I will just buy a 9.8 of it. But happy to have that. Or I can look and try to find a 9.8 and spend up a little bit. But I don't care that much. I just want to have the floppy. All right, next up, I found a couple Poison Ivy books. Issue 1, for whatever reason, I didn't have #1, but I feel like I do somewhere. It's got to be tucked in my storage unit somewhere, and I just never pulled it. And then I got #2. So those were books I knew I was missing for sure. I do have some that I haven't cataloged yet, so it's hard for me to really dive in on this run to get caught up. So I can read it, but I wanted 1 and 2, so I could at least read those because I'm pretty sure I have issue 3 somewhere. Next up, I didn't actually buy this. My friend collects pretty much exclusively DC. He has insane runs. He was finishing up his Robin run, and he pulled a double. So I was happy to get that for nothing. He just threw my way. And then I found a couple Batgirls I needed from Volume 1. We have issue 22. And from, I want to say Volume 3? I think it's 3. From the Stephanie Brown run, issue 23. I'm missing like 3 books in this run. It's so annoying. I can't find them anywhere. 3, is it 3 or 4? I don't remember. Something like that. I have issue 23, 24, and then there's a gap from 18 to 23, so 90. I guess it's 5 books. Dang. All right, I gotta keep working. Here are 2 books I was so stoked to find. I couldn't find, so I found this one first. I found issue 10. This is Shadow the Bat issue 10. Nice 9.2 copy of this book. I have 1 through 38, except for I was missing issue 9 and 10. So the first boxes I looked through, I went to the Batman boxes. I'm like, they're going to have Shadow the Bat. They had issue 10. I was freaking mad because I couldn't find 9. So obviously I grabbed it because it was nice condition. So I was happy. At least I found one of them. They had like a consignment area in the back where there's collections that people won't price, and then he just puts them up in the shop and sells them for them. And he keeps a little log of what sells, how much, that kind of stuff, which is cool. And I found a nice 9.0 copy of issue 9 in those consignment books. So I was able to fill that in. So now I have 1 through 38 straight of Batman Shadow the Bat, and then I have a ton of the back end of the run with some holes I just got to fill, and then this run will be done. So I'm really excited for that. This is one of my favorite of the adjacent runs of the Batman books. Legends is great and all, but this, I don't know why. Shadow of the Bat just has some crazy covers, in my opinion. All the stealth-free stuff in the beginning, it's just hard to beat that. I found this for $1. That's not super high grade. It's fine condition copy, but a Batman 5 or a Detective 589, one of the newest detective books that I'm missing. My Batman run is complete through the 80s. Detective, not so much. I'm gonna just keep trying to buy Batman until I get burnt out again, and then I'll start getting Detective again. That's kind of that. Next up, I found 3, I guess, big books for relatively cheap. And one's not really expensive, but it's my favorite book in this haul. I found this issue here. It's a nice, lower near mint copy of Justice League number 30. This is the second cameo of Jessica Cruz. I think 31 is her first full appearance. And then Green Lantern issue 20 is her first cameo. That's the Wrath of the First Lanterns, or the Wrath of the First Lantern? Yeah, the end of Jeff Johns' Rebirth run. And then Robert Venditti kicked off, and it was terrible. And then I dropped the book, and I haven't really read too much Green Lantern since the newest volumes. So I was pretty happy to get that. I saw this in the bin for like $1, and there was only like one listed online for like $15. So I was like, screw it. I don't know if this is a hard to find DC logo variant, but I found it. Wonder Woman issue 93. So really happy to have that. Artemis is Wonder Woman in this series. That's actually Diana. I don't remember what they call her. But yeah, stoked to find that. Nothing crazy. I don't even really collect this run, but this DC Universe logo is pretty awesome. I do try to get the Bolin covers. This is Deodato Jr. Mike Bolin did do a lot of Wonder Woman covers after the Perez era. I know 94 is a Bolin cover. And then the book that I was really happy to find, I paid $2 for this. This is Blackest Night, issue 5, the 1 in 25 Rodolfo Migliari cover with Necron holding dead Batman. Oh, this is so sick. $2. It's a 1 in 25 variant. I've seen people pull these out of like dollar bins, like 1 in 25s from like this era of DC. And it's just like people don't really know. There wasn't a lot of B covers back then. So if you ever see 521, it's most likely an incentive cover. Or not 521. If you see 21 in the end of the barcode, it's most likely an incentive cover from this era. There was not a lot of B covers. Do your research. It's not hard to have your phone on you anymore, so punch it in real quick to make sure. But anything from this era really that's gonna be the luck. So that was it. That's the rest of the stuff that I got from Greenbush Out of Print Comics. The next store we went to was Aquilonia in downtown Troy. And I've picked up 6 books there for $18, so $3 a piece. They advertised that they put out a big new collection of like 3,000 books. This store was packed, also kind of tiny, but there was lots of stuff to look through. They had basically all the back issues were in the middle. They had some artists in the back, which props to them for pulling that off. I don't know how they did. It was so tiny in there. But again, another shop I didn't bother with the new books, but I did flip through all the back issues. I found this really awesome cover from Batman Gotham Knights. This is issue 65. This is also becoming one of those other Batman adjacent runs that I've really enjoyed picking up lately just because of these covers. I don't have a ton of the run yet, but these covers are phenomenal. There's tons of good covers in this series. This one is from Cliff Chang. Jay Lee did a bunch of covers. Oh my God, Dustin Wynn, I believe, did some covers in this run. There's a couple other artists that did covers in this run that are just fantastic. I'm really happy to get that. I found a few Fantastic Fours from the 200s that I was missing as well. I'm not missing a ton in the 200s anymore, but I found a 218 and a 222. This has a Bill Sienkiewicz and Joe Sinnott. Who did the other one? Probably Sinnott Inks, but who did the... John Byrne actually did the pencils on this one. It's not... I don't think it's considered part of his run, obviously, but yeah, John Byrne did do the pencils on that book. All right. And now the last 3 books I picked up, I was really stoked. I don't find these very often for good prices, and these are all Fine Plus or better books. I found some earlier Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Mans. I have issues 1 through 12 complete, and then like a smattering on. I found issue 21. This gorgeous Scorpion cover here. I couldn't tell you. Oh, Keith Pollard. I didn't even have to turn around. Keith Pollard with Terry Austin doing the inks. This is a Sal Buscema cover on issue 19. Oh, no, it's Ernie Chan did the cover. Sal Buscema did interiors. Oh, yeah, Ernie Chan down there. This is issue 19. And then the last and final book I got on this beautiful free comic book day, checking out some awesome shops, was issue 18 here. One thing I will say about Aquilonia is their prices are very retail. These books were half off, which made them perfect. But if they weren't, that means I was spending $40 roughly on, 6 books, which is probably a little much, but I was really happy to support the shop. It's a nice little spot. They got some good books to dig through. Pretty much any new book you could want. They do a little bit of the Magic stuff. It seemed like the owner in there was pretty into it. And it's Aquilonia, which is named after, I believe, a city in the Conan mythos. So, yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was really happy with what I found there. But again, if you're looking for back issues and you're in the area, Greenbush Out of Print Comics is where you want the run fillers. New books, Aquilonia, I believe, probably had more than Cromulent. Cromulent had a little bit of both, and their back issues were pretty fairly retail priced. So it's kind of like pick and choose. I think if I lived in the Troy area, I would use Cromulent for my pull list and go to Greenbush for back issue hunts, and Aquilonia I would hit up when they had sales. That's my opinion. But either way, if you're in the area, support all 3 of these shops. They were just excellent vibes. They all did great jobs on Free Comic Book Day. I've never been to the area, so to have that be my first impression, and I was very impressed with all 3 stores, is, sometimes Free Comic Book Day can just be a mess. So I was really happy with what I found at these stores. Again, here's what I got at Aquilonia, and then a bunch of other stuff, big stacks. But I was happy to hit the runs, fill some boxes, and support some local stores. What did you guys find on Free Comic Book Day? Did you get any of the free books? Did I mess up by not grabbing any books? Is there something that I should have grabbed out of the free stuff? Let me know down below. I'll be back as soon as I can. I don't know when I'll have another haul. It's going to be a little while. I am working on moving here in the next 6 weeks or so, so I'm trying to save up some money. I gotta buy some furniture and display cases and shelving and all this stuff. So my comic book purchases are kind of gonna take a hit for a minute, but I'll try to do what I can to get back with some more content. I will at least have a DCBS order at the end of the month. Plus, I did order a trade on Amazon that's here that I could have showed off today, but I decided to wait for a mail call video and let that stack because I'm at a half an hour. Again, comment, like, subscribe, hit me up, Instagram, Twitter, whatnot, eBay, whatever you want. I'm always down to talk comics. All this stuff's for me. Nothing's for sale. I didn't buy anything to flip this Free Comic Book Day. So happy to have it all. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm rambling. Have a good one. Peace.